I've sat in on some TikToks. I've sat in some chat rooms, and I want you to know that I've tried to add some light and some brevity. I've tried to, you know, be humorous, helpful, and positive. Today I'm discussing two ladies who are doing something that's really been unheard of in this country. African women, because we're still African at the end of the day. Black women, if you like using that word. Black women tearing down, not being pillars of the black community, but tearing down the black community. It's an awesome revelation. We're trending towards the black woman throwing up her hands in the community, throwing up her hands and saying, no mas. I don't care about the black man. Take him to jail. Just give me some money. We have black women who know how difficult it is to be a black woman harming other young black women. Taibu Mu'addib, what are you doing about it? I offer you the guard me gear, okay? So I've pinned up a comment. If you want to donate to the guard me gear, what you're donating to is the end of sexual and domestic violence against black women, against black children, and against black men. Police brutality. Oh, oops. I apologize. My apologies. My apologies. Thank you very much, Honeybee. Again, let's get this started all over again then. Hey, I'm going to give it to y'all in the raw. Got my theme music. This is Mornings with Mu'addib. 8:05 on weekdays, as close as I can get to it. I try to come on here and be the voice of reason, inspiration, and information right here. YouTube at Taibu Mu'addib 4019. TikTok Taibu. Everywhere Taibu Mu'addib. Let's go. All right. So this morning what we have is we have two women. Two African women. We never stop being African people. But we'll use the word black, if you will, the black community. Something unheard of. African women, black women tearing down the black community. Forever we've been here. The black woman has borne the brunt of everything, still bearing children, still giving the black community growth, being there, being the salt of the earth, being the wise words that we need to hear, raising men and women who have gone on to do amazing things. The black woman is now trending towards moral decay. She's become the main person. Hello, Hottie Scotty, Hottie to Scotty. Hey, this is they are now vilifying the black community. Black women, this is what we're trending towards. So you have one black woman who forget the black man, throw her hands up. They're all criminals. They don't even protect us. Get them out of here. Just pay me a little bit of money. And then we have, so that's, the brick lady versus Audrianna Williams, who knows obviously how tough it is to be a black woman in America. And here she is sexually harming other young black women, traumatizing them for life. Let's just be real. Them young girls' lives would never be the same because of what she's done. How are we getting to this point where the black woman is now vilifying everything that she once stood for? The black woman, as far as the black community was concerned, was our Statue of Liberty. And now she's a sign of the weakness of the black man, the criminality of the black man, and that she herself is harming the children that she once raised to build this nation. We have the brick lady over here, and on this side we have Audrianna Williams. Ro Osmond, or whatever her name is, Audrianna Williams. Who is causing the most damage? And again, look at the pinned comment. Taibu Mu'addib is now fundraising for his tech startup, the Guard Me Gear. Guard Me Gear LLC is a tech startup I founded to manufacture and produce devices, personal security, wearable technology to end sexual and domestic violence, to nip in the bud police brutality. making sure that we all have the coverage, the safety that we need. All right. As my little theme music has come to an end, I will go ahead and get off into it. I don't have much time, but I appreciate you all for joining me. So it's early in the morning. Type, what are you doing today? So I'm going to go right into what I have. If you're not over here at YouTube at Taibu Mu'addib, go on ahead and jump in. I'll punch it on here. I'm over here on YouTube, and you can just go to the name. Go to YouTube, type in my name as you see it, Taibu Mu'addib. I'll come up, I have a microphone. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see all the picture in picture. Let's go to the news stories. And shout out to Miss Nitra. Shout out to Chasky, Octavia, Deanna. Shout out to the women and men out there. Shout out to PJ and B Train. They all have no, not pepper spray. Just follow the link. If you go to the link, follow the link. The link will take you there. Copy and paste the link. Go check it out while you're on the live if you want to. The donation is simple. I have enough followers and viewers on all my platforms. $5 per person, and just to share the link with somebody else, we'll get there. By spring break, we should be breaking the ground on these manufactured items, and we're going to be testing them to make sure we can redesign them properly and get them to market. October is officially the month where domestic and sexual violence against women is usually what we make everybody aware about it. We bring awareness to it. I want this October to be the celebration to the end of it. All right. So join me in that. So that's what I'm doing to protect the Black people in all communities, right? So don't be in anybody else's chat room sniping at each other, coming at each other. The arguing and the supporting or the not supporting, all this divisive conversation, that's how the whole thing blew up for Brick Lady. And Audrianna Williams, you're an adult Black woman. You know how difficult it is to be a Black woman in this society. Now you're in a position where you're teaching, you're coaching, you're mentoring, and you commit acts against young Black women, right? That scar them for life. And we need to make sure the conversation, we need to make sure that we put these anomalies in their place. The fact that you allow social media or the news or a viral sensation to make you hate the way you look, to make you not comfortable or happy with who you are, to make you throw stones at a community that supported you and helped raise you, it's ridiculous to me. And I've been in some of these rooms, so what I'm saying is factual. To all the content creators who claim they have positive pages, but sit back and let individuals in their page, once an opposing view is expressed, to let individuals that you rock with just snipe at people, belittle people. Folks are going on different folks' pages and looking at their pictures and talking about people. It's like, that's how the problem started, everybody. Being so willing to put each other down. Do you know a healthy debate is predicated on opposing opinions? Breakdancing back in the day and rap back in the day was about opposing opinions and letting the crowd decide who had the better moves or the better opinion. So I don't have to down you or dish you, talk about your weight, talk about where you're from, talk about if you're Black enough. I don't have to attack you personally to express that I oppose your opinion, and this is why. And so I hope after today, after this podcast, this morning with Mu'addib on a Monday morning, happy wake up to a new week, everybody. Here in Dallas, it's raining. I can't do anything about that. But I can give you light, inspiration, and information right here, right now, and I will. The podcast is Brick Lady versus Audrianna Williams. Who is doing the most damage to the Black community right now? Let's go to the news story about first the Brick Lady, the latest that you can just Google, and then let's go to look at Miss Audrianna Williams in the shade room and see what's going on. Okay, bam. Brick Lady, I'm pulling this up. Come over to like I said, to YouTube for the picture in picture. Let's go. Sharing the screen now. All right. It says, if you're not watching on YouTube, it says Brick Lady charged in Houston for alleged false claims. So in America, if your claims are patently false and proven to be factually false, the police can charge you with a crime. And that's what's happened to this young lady. Okay. Doesn't want to play. Let's try it again.
That's coming over tonight after NRF, and we need a white wine. Can you make a recommendation?
Certainly. For your gathering, I recommend the bread and butter Chardonnay.
All right. So clearly,
California white wine with deep golden color.
We got some stuff going on.
And strong, ripe flavors.
So can Sam shop
Houston's
with me?
morning
Absolutely.
show.
You can take Sam with you on your mobile
I
device.
don't
You can
know
scan
what
a
this
QR
is.
code, and you can help Sam if you're shopping for a mattress. Maybe you
I'm going to stop sharing that. I don't know what that was. Maybe I didn't click on it right from the door. I think I have. I think I hit on too many times. That's what it was, maybe. Let me try it again. I want you guys to get the facts, because a lot of the issue in the Black community right now is that who's to be believed, her or nah? And then she continues to vilify the African community. She's thank you, Miss Nitra, for the information. She's saying that we're still not defending and protecting her properly. That's what it is. Invite some people in here. You guys are welcome to join. Just want to get this news story up if it's going to play for me. If not, that's tough. It played earlier, so I apologize for that. But what we're doing right here is we're definitely looking for this to come. Commercial break in progress. It's always something, isn't it? So I have Houston's morning show on here. I'm just looking for it to just go ahead and do the. I'm getting the morning show instead of the actual. I can read it off for you guys. Miss Nitra did that herself, but I'm trying to find out now. Okay. Yeah. I just went. I just clicked on the wrong one. Woman says man attacked her. I'm gonna give it a second to see what happens. I'm not gonna rush away from it. If it pops up, I will get it to you guys. I'm gonna screen share it. We're gonna all look at it together. The bottom line is somebody said something that wasn't true and made a lot of money.
Off MSRP or
And
1.9
the reason that that's the issue
in a 2024
is
Buick Enclave Essence 4.
The reason that that's the issue is everybody that didn't come to her aid was fighting with everybody that's supposed to be coming to her aid. Now, the people that came to her aid, they're doubling down that she still needed aid, even though we know it's not true anymore. And the people that were always suspicious of her lies, they're now like, what's wrong with you guys? So the Black community seems to be eternally divided, right? And if we're divided, then now what do we do? And so what seemed to be a money grab at the time, thank you for tapping the screen. I'm new at this, so yes, please tap the screen and get my likes up. I'm not really concerned, I guess. I don't know what that does for you, but like it and do those things that you guys want to do with it. I appreciate you guys for joining. But what I'm saying to you is, if you look deep enough into it, somebody that was vilifying a Black man, right? She found led to financial gains, be it cash apps and crying stories and crying on TikTok. I heard she made $50,000 on TikTok, or having somebody set up a GoFundMe page and crying over there and getting money there as well. So we're looking at around $100,000, give or take, this time that she raked in. We don't know what happened last time. If somebody has that information, go ahead and post it in there. All right. But we know for a fact it was a money grab then. The content creators who got new subscribers and and their pages blew up by supporting her now have egg in their face, so they're doubling down that something did actually happen. Okay, there was no brick, but she was still assaulted. Not if it was her friend, and they always play fight like that. You know, if you look at the evidence, she called people that she knew. If you have my number, you called me to come pick you up. You know what I'm saying? Am I really attacking you because you're not you don't want to get down with me in public? We need a ride home. I'm calling to come give you assistance. So whatever the situation is, oh, here we go. Let's see if we can get this going.
For Chief Meteorologist Mike Iskevich watching it for us.
Okay, so I'm on Houston's morning show. I'm not seeing any kind of information so far. I can't seem to forward it, but I'll leave it up for a second to see if we can't pop in there and they're going to talk about it. But I think that yeah, we'll leave it up for a second because I'm just breaking this down, dissecting it. So, you know, thank you again, Miss Nietzsche, for the information. By sitting in different chat rooms, I'm seeing that people are hopping in and out of chat rooms. You can hop on my page if you want to, but we're all positive over here. If I invite you in, we're going to have a great conversation. If you're going to be mean or nasty, I'm just going to take you off the live. Over here on YouTube, Taibu Mu'addib, to see the picture-in-picture effects, we can go with that. But what I'm saying to you is that the reason that she's hurt the African community, the Black community, the reason that she's hurt is because I'm hearing a bunch of different things. One, Black men are upset because of what she did in and of itself. What's worse, Karen, a European lady, a white lady, if you will, if you like using the colors, a European lady saying a African man has done something to her? Is that worse than an African woman saying an African man did something to her, especially when both of them are lying? What is to gain from lying on somebody? Sadly, the majority of us have in our lifetime lied on people. So we know that there is something to gain even in getting them in trouble or whatever the case may be intrinsically, let alone financially. But Black men are like, dang, sister, how you going to do us like that? All of us, not just that I was attacked by a Black man, but that other Black men in the area did not come and aid and assist me. Once the facts came out, she initiated a physical altercation where she struck and was struck back, 1-for-1. And if you look at somebody hitting you and you just hitting them back, as far as helping you, if those were the facts of the case, what kind of help was necessary? He wasn't pummeling you. He wasn't choking you. You hit him, he hit you back. And it was your homeboy. So where really is someone helping you back? That her putting that out there, that Black men don't protect Black women, that in and of itself was difficult. Let's try it again. Let's see what they're talking about now.
An eye on your children's phones.
Right. So you know who they're texting.
Mm-hmm.
You may even
I'm not getting it yet. But so for some reason, this link isn't giving us what we're looking for. So we're gonna go and stop that. I'll stop that share. That was deep, but we don't want to watch Good Morning Houston. We want to get the facts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here. I'll just read it off. In Houston, a woman is facing felony theft by deception charges after collecting $40,000 through a GoFundMe account over an alleged false claim. Rhoda Osman, 33, is accused of falsely claiming she was hit with a brick after not giving a man her number. So this is why the brothers are obviously upset. The first accusation against the Black man was that a Black man hit her with a brick, right, in her face. The second accusation against Black men was that it happened, this serious violent act happened simply because she wouldn't give out her phone number. All right. Simply because she wouldn't give out her phone number. All right. So if you put those two things together, that's just two allegations against the character of the Black man right there. So when I say that that the Black woman is now vilifying the Black community, this sister stood up, went viral saying, I got seriously injured by a Black man for not giving him my phone number. Now, what do you think? How do you think the psyche of white people are taking that? How the Europeans look at that situation? So, what this chick Rhoda Osmond didn't realize is that in what's the young man's name? I can't think of it right now. In Emmett Till's day, right? In Emmett Till's day, speaking to a white woman got you killed. And if you believe Rhoda Osmond, the character of the black man is if he asks for your phone number and you don't give it to him, he's going to hit you with a brick. If that's what all European girls now believe, if a black man approaches them and shows interest and tries to get the phone number, if she says no, he's going to hit you with a brick. Just think about what this does. All right. I don't care what age the little black boy is. Right. So the Emmett Till reference is appropriate in this situation. That's how deep her saying, black men will hit you with a brick if you don't give them their phone number. I've heard a lot of conversations about different things, but let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? And let's go ahead and tap the like button. Let's go ahead and share this out to people. Let's keep it real today. Y'all willing? I'll invite you guys in here if you have a legitimate page. If you don't have a legitimate page, then I'm not going to really invite you. I don't want people coming in here with a bunch of vitriol going crazy. I want people that have an honest opinion about what I'm saying. What's happening now and who's hurting the black community worse? Right now we're on Rhoda Osmond. So thank you again, Ms. Nitra, for your information. So if you're in Ms. Nitra's platform and she's breaking out all the information about all the crazy things she said to the police, the thing that they are charging her for still is viral, still is worldwide information and news. So if you're in Africa or Spain or Egypt or Asia or wherever you're at, and you look at this headline, it says that a black woman says she was hit by a brick after not giving a man her number. So now worldwide, the African man, and people really are believing this. Oh, she didn't lie because the police, now she's claiming the police didn't protect her either. So, there's that. But at the root, she's saying a black man will hit you with a brick if you don't give her your phone number. Then on the flip side, she's saying black men will stand around and let you get brutally attacked if you're a black woman. Don't expect no help. So again, we're going to go ahead and put the guard me gear in here. The guard me gear is the help before the hurt. We're looking to prevent sexual and domestic violence all day long. I'm trying my best to keep this thing going. It just disappears on me. If the comment won't stay pinned, it pins up there for a little while. Oh, I might could pin it. I have no idea what's going on right here. Okay, so I'm pinned up there. So we're good. I have the comment pinned. I believe I have it pinned. Oh, it pins for 60 seconds. Y'all got 60 seconds to go hit that link. All right. I've been on different rooms. I've said that I believe she's mentally ill, that she herself was tampered with. She has an axe to grind against all men. I heard that there's videos of her slapping European, quote unquote, white men, for no reason. So she has axe to grind with all men, but she didn't make this claim against a European man, a white man. She made this claim against us. Okay. And she did it because why? Because people love to rush to judgments when a black man's involved in crime. It breaks down the original report. It breaks down what was shown later. And you see her crying, pointing to her face. Devastating. Devastating. I'm only going to show this. Please, cover your eyes if you don't like to see ugly stuff or crying or both. But I'm only gonna show this because when the phrase rush to judgment means assumations. Shout out to Basim Abdul Aziz, my man. He made a comment that's wise. He said, when you make assumptions, you replace facts with your own social constructs, which include your bias and your stereotyping. So if you don't know all the facts, you just rush with your feelings, you're going to replace what really is true about the situation with what you want to be true or what you think about it. Over here, if you go to Taibu Mu'addib and subscribe to my page over here, you'll be able to look at this and see this. I'm about to share this now. So it has a commercial, obviously. You know, they want to get their ads off. Okay, here we go.
Second half hour, The Factor Uncensored. A lot of hot topics to get to tonight. We begin with a rejection that took a dangerous turn. A Houston woman is recovering after she says a man hit her in the head, in the face, with a brick.
Okay, so the initial report, I guess is one of the initial reports before we found out it was a lie. This was a hot topic. She said that the man says a rejection took a dangerous turn. Don't reject. I'm telling y'all, this is the situation. Don't reject the black man's advances. And black man's advances can be critically dangerous. It's nuts. So let's continue. That's just crazy.
Robache says he attacked her after she refused to give him her cell phone number, all while a crowd of men stood there watching.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why is this man got a brick on my face?
According to her social media, this happened over the weekend. We reached out to HPD for some information and have yet to hear back. Joining us now to talk about it, public relations specialist Bridget Holden, Latoya Lemon, along with pastor and journalist Dr. Ruth Olson. Glad to have.
Okay, so I'm glad I'm sharing this because as soon as it happened and as soon as it became a hot topic, the news, this is a black man pulling in 3 sisters, some pastors in that. Like, let's keep it real and then jump it off. So let's see what they have to say about it initially.
I'll have you here on The Factor. When you guys see this, and number one, she's saying there were a group of men standing around, probably on their damn cell phones, looking to get the shot instead of trying to protect a woman. Your thoughts on this?
I feel like black women are not being protected these days. I mean, but then I don't know if you watch social media, but then there are a lot of women on here who are saying, well, I don't need a man and I don't need this and I don't need that. So we kind of have to take account.
So the sister says she feels like black women aren't protected. Sister, go over here and join the let's raise this money so that we can get the Guard Me gear out there so you guys can have protection. I'll go ahead and pin it one more time. Guard Me gear. You want to have protection? This is how you do it. All right. And this is a serious thing. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link over here in the comment section on YouTube as well. So you guys can copy and paste it. Go there and donate while I'm online right now. Go donate, get it out the way. All right. Go ahead and put it in the comment section. I want you guys, like I said, thank you very much. Got Shay's clips in here. Great discussion. Thank you. So I'm putting in the comment section, and it's also in the description. Go over there and donate right now. Donate right now. It doesn't make any sense not to. Let's get this thing done. Let's get it out the way. Put in your $5 donation and share it with one other person. That's all we're asking. Let's continue to watch and see what she's saying. But her initial statement is she doesn't feel black women are protected.
Ability, if we're out here saying that, then are the men going to protect us? But I thought that chivalry is, I guess, is dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
And buried.
It-
Latoya, your thoughts about this? Number one, first of all, someone hitting her
Right.
with a brick because she refused to give their number,
Right.
if all the facts are correct.
Absolutely. So I understand rejection is hard, right? But my real issue here, of course, I don't condone any violence and I don't like it. But the men that stood around and watched, people are no longer getting any type of help. And
So here's the issue. And again, thank you, Ms. Nietzsche, for your information. Here's the issue. Black women talking about black men. Rush to judgment. No one sat back and said, hold on. Let's look a little bit deeper into this. Let some of these men who are supposed to be standing around defend themselves. Now, the hospital video doesn't show anybody in it. And this news, this is where rush to judgment, everybody. This newscast came out because this is the big money grab. Putting the black men down became a money grab for this news situation, for many platform and content creators who wanted to rush to her support and her aid, even though at the time no one knew it was a lie. But I'm saying the rush to judgment, oh, black man did it. Oh, so Central Park 5. Are we learning nothing from a rush to judgment because someone says something about a black man? Are we learning nothing about this? How can this not be the epitome of what the Central Park 5 was about? How can it not be? No one's saying that. You know, the people who are still defending her lies, are you realizing that you're bringing that Central Park 5 back all into our community again? You can go ahead and tap like. I appreciate you guys for joining. Love D, LL Crawford. Tap the like button. Get my likes up, please. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you like. Go there and donate to the Guard Me Gear fundraiser. All right, let's get this stuff out here. So if you really, really felt like I'm a rush to judgment, if a black woman says I was hurt, even if it's a lie or whatever, I'm a rush to judgment. Let's stop the hurt from happening. Let's get this Guard Me Gear out there. And the Guard Me Gear, let me tell you something. If you feel unsafe, it summons help. Certified, trained help. Not a police officer who might come and find you at fault and shoot and kill you, but someone that's been trained and can empathize with your situation. Police officers largely aren't. Police officers aren't largely trained to deal with and empathize with someone who's been raped or went through an attempted rape, who's been hit, or they're not trained for that. They're trained to come take people to jail, to come restore order. That's it. So the Guard Me Gear will really help our community, especially the black women who feel they aren't being protected. But to be clear, all they're talking about, even the black man who's moderating it, is these guys. I don't understand. They were just standing around, like, all off of her word. Rush to judgment.
situations that they need help in. People are not being decent. People are making everything a joke, everything a moment to go viral. And this is this lady's health. This could have went even worse, and she could still be in the hospital with severe damages. And so to see that nobody helped her, I mean, that's heartbreaking completely.
And of course, Dr. Olafson, we're talking about a new generation that's not used to rejection, not playing the old school rule games where you just keep trying,
Yeah.
And
So now it's not just the black men, but the new generation of black men who don't know how to accept rejection. So to all you young brothers out there, Taibu Mu'addib got your back. I got your back. It's ridiculous. It's preposterous. In a country where you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, that the black man can go through this much stuff until the real facts come out. Not one person on here is saying, I don't know, sorry, sister looks injured and stuff like that, but let's let the facts of the case come out. Maybe someone did try to help and she didn't see him trying to help. I don't know. Black men really aren't like that. The black men on this panel, none of these women, the black men that I know would definitely have stepped up. These were obviously some different types of black men, or they might have all been intoxicated. It was at a club. Maybe no one noticed it. It got serious without no one put any mitigation at all for the black man. Rush to judgment.
then you have people who, if they see someone who's in trouble, they think videotaping it is their response to helping them out. And that's not the case.
Yeah, they're all of a sudden citizen journalists instead of helping. I want to just express so much compassion for this young lady. And I also want to express a lot of concern for where we are. If people can stand around and watch that, we do have to get involved.
The compassion that she's talking about got her 100 G's. The rush to judgment compassion got her 100 G's. 100. For real. So we're not going to stay on her. Rhoda Osmond, that's the damage that she did to the Black community is still divided this morning, still divided. I'm popping in and out chat rooms listening. The word is some people are still with the money grab, still trying to get subscribers and likes and still trying to blow their platform up by supporting her lies, right? And downing people who aren't supporting her lies. So it's a big money grab. So she really started a lot of stuff, and the bottom line is it was patently false, was proved to be factually false, and so none of that stuff actually happened. And she did. And listen, here's the thing: she did get paid. The white lady that said a Black man carjacked her and took her kids, and she don't know what happened to them. They out there looking for a Black man, and the whole time, she killed them kids. The whole time. That's how deep what Rhoda Osmond did. All right, let's go to the next woman. And Black women, I applaud you. My mom, the mom that I'm dating, I'm telling you right now, Black women, pillars of the community, are now trending towards vilifying us. And the Black man is the Black community. The Black man's the face of the Black community. Even though sisters have been holding the Black community down for eons, especially in this country, the Black man is still the face of the Black community. So let's look at what Audrianna Williams has done to vilify the Black community and tear it down, right? Let's look at it. When I'm sending myself stuff, I'm telling you, it gets caught up. There's so much other stuff in this. I'm going to have to get just a podcasting Gmail together when I send this in. I sent it in yesterday. So it all looks a little bit deep. Okay, I think this is it. GMG promotion. All right, let's look at this. All right. And this is a TikTok. Somebody just remixing it. All right. I'm going to share this. If you're not over here watching YouTube, you're missing, a good portion of stuff. So subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers over here on YouTube. So come on and jump over there. When you guys get me 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to give you guys a whole lot better show. And that's just being real, because I'm going to reinvest into the show. So you guys will be straight. Taibu Mu'addib, PCS Certified Goal Achievement Coach. If you're struggling to stay motivated with your goals, I want to be your coach. Inbox me, DM, I get you the links. They're also in the descriptions. All right. I invited a few people to join. They're not ready to talk about it yet. That's cool. Let's go ahead. So this is a TikTok about Audrianna Williams. Let's check it out. Let's go.
Her way into getting millions of views on social media.
Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm number one in your top 10.
Audrianna Williams and her cheer team became an overnight hit.
You in my business? Don't do that.
But her alleged business is out there now after Williams was accused of having multiple sexual encounters with a student. The shaver.
All right. So multiple sexual encounters with a student. Teacher. Cheer coach. Now the word grooming is out there. Grooming, misconduct by taking a young mind by an older person that's more experienced. And it doesn't matter how much older. It could be, you could be 2 years older. But generally it comes from someone much older grooming a young person into some kind of misconduct, usually sexual. So you know, when you have young people who have hero worship that are looking up to you because of your position in when you're a school teacher, it says you can't date a student, you know, that you know as a student, you know. I mean, so you know, it's just the craziest thing. But let's talk about the lasting lifelong effects for this young lady that she was having these inappropriate sexual relationships with. Let's look at that. There's no getting around that a child was hurt. And I've been saying ever since, you know, last Monday when I first put the Guard Me Gear Fund Me Razor up, that every 68 seconds an American is a victim of sexual or domestic violence, mostly women and children. But every 9 minutes for sure, one of those victims is a child. And so now she finds herself in this statistic. The reason why this is so detrimental is because this Black woman knows how difficult it is to be a Black woman. She knows how difficult it is for Black women to navigate without being petted, tapped, touched inappropriately, leered and sought after inappropriately sexually by the men in her home, the men in her family, the men at the school. So she's grown. She knows how difficult it was for her to go through it. So why would she put another young Black woman through that? You're in a position to build. She said in her rap, as a teacher, I'm unreachable, right? It's tough. It's tough because the Black women are building children, raising children on a daily basis, like supporting them, nurturing them, maybe even over much so. But I'm saying individually, if this is happening and when this is happening, that can be just as detrimental as saying all Black men are thieves and criminals or violent and other Black men don't care if a Black woman gets hit. Like, I think that this one individual act is going to have a ripple effect because Roe clearly, in my estimation, from what I know about sisters and how they respond and how they take things out on all men, I think that what she's doing is capitalizing off of her individual pain. By doing that, it just reignited a common discussion. We are all too ready to vilify the Black man. In Audrianna's situation, there's no Black man involved. That's what makes it, to me, just as crippling. When a Black child is like, oh, I can't even trust the mom, the Black woman. You know what I'm saying? I can't. What do I do? What do I do? It's deep. Let's continue to listen.
Room has the warrant, and we're learning more about the student involved, where these alleged sex crimes took place, and what you can do to protect your kids from possible abuse.
It is our job to keep them safe.
I'm Justin Carr.
All right. It is our job to keep them safe. So please go ahead and donate while the show is still going. I asked it's $5. Go ahead and put it on your card, your credit card, debit card. Let's get this thing funded. Let's get this thing on the shelves. Guard Me Gear is like 8 years in the making. This isn't something I just thought about last night. You know, this is something that took a 4-man team. You'll look and you'll see the YouTube breakdown of the business model for the device. It's going to happen. But the sooner it happens, the sooner stuff like this can stop. To be clear, you want to protect the kids? Black women, you want to be protected, more protected? A Black man has done it. Y'all rush 40,000 to 100,000 into her pockets for empathy for a liar about the Black man. Will you get behind this tech invention by a black man to really benefit all of us? Because the Guard Me Gear tech device is going to stop the police violence against the black community, mainly the black man. Now, short story, I was pulled over by a cop for rolling through a stop sign. The aggression of the police officer is to screech up, with the lights on, park the vehicle sideways, right? Hop out, hand on gun, right? Flashlight, one hand on gun, flashlight on you. The part that got to me was, I'm slick. I got my ID. Got my ID right there where he can see it. Hands at 10 and 2, not coming off. You can reach in, officer, and get that ID. My hands are staying on the steering wheel. Well, where's your license? Where's your registration for your insurance, stuff like that? Sir, you can run the car. It's through my car company. Run it and get it. Well, you can't just get out the glove. I'm not reaching anywhere. The fact that he kept trying to get me to take my hands off the steering wheel meant, in my estimation, he wanted to kill me on film. Like he wanted to take my life. Young guy. And you look at these killings, and usually it's a younger European killing any age African man. Seriously, look at it. Do your research. These young white cops out here ready to get their, get that first notch in their belt. I felt like the cop was going to take my. Now, if I had the Guard Me gear, I would have, as soon as he got to doing that stuff, I would have immediately activated it. That meant that in a matter of seconds to minutes, someone was going to show up and advocate for my safety. That's it. It's brilliant. It's genius. We need this. Let's go ahead and donate. Go ahead and donate. Appreciate you guys. Honey B, you want to come in here and jump in here and talk about some stuff? I appreciate you. Brianna, go ahead and invite. I'll go to the multiple guesting screen. It's fine. You guys are welcome to come in here and jump in here and talk about it with me. I'm just saying. Well, is this podcast going to go viral? Do your research. There's already a litany of devices out there, but nothing's moving the needle. Somebody said, "Are you coming up with a new pepper spray?" It's not effective. It's not effective because most of this stuff is happening by someone that you know, someone that you probably like. So it's not available to grab that or use that if they're already jamming on you. When it comes to kids, that person's in the situation of power control anyway. Where would they get it? Guard Me gear is necessary for our society. It's going to change the way we socialize. Guard Me gear collects evidence, audio and video, depending on the version of it that you get. So with Guard Me gear on, we are not beholden to police departments release body cam footage. We'll have evidence on us. After a couple of cops go all the way down for miscreant behavior that leads to unalivings, I guess where they're talking about unalivings. When that happens, after a couple of cops go down, because it's the prevention. Initially, the perverts and the sexual miscreants, men and women, people in position of power, they're going to test it. They're going to see. But once a couple of them go down just like that, each time, every time. Do you know that only 25 out of 1,000 sexual predators ever get reported? It's large numbers of people that are doing these things. I myself, abused as a child, became an abuser. So I know how relatively easy it is to beat on your girlfriend and make her keep quiet when neighbors call the police when the police show up. Shut up, don't go out there, don't answer the door. We'll be quiet till they leave. Because in most states, they can't just enter the house unless they believe a crime is being committed. So you can commit a crime, beat on your girlfriend, keep her quiet, handcuff her, smother, whatever the case may be until the cops leave. Been there myself. I'm telling you right now, the Guard Me gear is necessary for situations like this. Protect the children, that we shall do. Once we, a matter of fact, I'm going to say this. You guys get behind it. Once we have broken ground and the first few devices are coming out, I will open up a pre-order link. All right. So you can pre-order your Guard Me gear for you.
Carter, this is TSR Investigates. Audrianna Williams calls herself a teacher influencer, and her videos do pretty well, especially on TikTok. It was this video that first took off. Over 2.3 million people watching her music video welcoming students back to school after COVID-19 here at Monroe Comprehensive High School in Albany, Georgia. But now she no longer works there. In this criminal warrant, it accuses her of engaging in sexual explicit conduct with another student. It goes on to name that student and says that these alleged sex crimes happened at a gas station and a bowling alley.
Okay. So what's important about that, where the situations happen, at a gas station and at a bowling alley, public places. Public places. Taibu Mu'addib, why is that important? Because a child will generally feel on a field trip generally safe because there are people around, being taken to a secluded area or a lake or something like is one thing, but when you're somewhere where there are people around, anybody, generally you feel safer in a crowd. Even Hollywood movies, people exchanging ransom money or whatever the plot might be, they do it in a public place. That's why the Guard Me gear is necessary. And you say, Taibu Mu'addib, how would most children know to feel uncomfortable when certain things are happening? It changes the vibe for them, because young people know. Young people already know. Hello, Miss Nitra, you guys, some of you guys have a how's it going? Some of you guys have a different link. You can also join me here on YouTube with your link, and we can stay live on TikTok as well. So we have Miss Nitra here, and I'm not meaning to piggyback off your information. I've given you 1,000 thanks on the show so far. The issue for me right now, and I'm kind of over my time, but the issue for me right now is Roe Osmond versus Audrianna Williams. Who do you believe, which black woman do you believe is now vilifying or hurting the black community the most on this morning? Okay, so you believe it's Roe. Okay, so and this Audrianna Williams case might not be sensationalized like the Roe situation, but the reason I believe that she's right there neck and neck with her is because that's a huge issue. That we're not going to make a big deal of a black woman sexually assaulting a younger black woman at school or off school grounds, but have met her, be her teacher, be her mentor, be her leader. So that's why I think it's
Miss Williams was leading a generation. She was supposed to be considered part of the village, even though she is a younger lady. She was put over an education department to be a leader. Instead, she failed and started sleeping with the student. It's hard to say, bro. And with Audrianna, she had a husband. I went and looked at all her pictures, her baby shower pictures. They have not been married long. So you wonder what made her even go and have a relationship with a student. And the story is so quiet right now. I'm glad you're covering the story because we haven't covered it yet on my platform. So I think this is a good story to cover. And to put those ladies side by side, that's a good thing because these are our future examples of women. You're right, brother. They both need to be brought to the spotlight. And we can't make excuses for them. I think we need to stop screaming mental health so much. I think that's the way out for a lot of these women, to say that they're mentally disturbed. Hey, so I need to share out this live. How long you been on? You're not getting ready to go, are you?
No, I mean, I could stay out a little longer. I mean, the show's 8:05 a.m. show. I know I start early. I'm trying to catch that just got to work crowd that be bored at work and need something to do. I can inspire them a little bit, give them information. So the 8:05 a.m. space has been good to me. Generally, I do an evening show called Live Your Truth. But I've been doing some stuff in the evenings. When you guys don't see me on here podcasting, I'm helping folks. I'm a certified goal achievement coach. So it's a lot of need out there, folks, transitioning from one place to another, one situation to another, or working on their fitness. So that's what I also do. But I want to ask you, because you had so much information and you did a great job with that on the brick lady, right? My thing is this. As a mom, because I know you said that you were, and you have a daughter, how would you want to raise awareness if this happened to your baby girl? If a black woman teacher did, would you want there to be some awareness, this to be raised, the issue like this cannot happen? This cannot happen.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, I think that's people way out. I looked at a live yesterday, bro, and people were stating, why do we invest so much time? Or certain content creators, I think they just say it when it's certain content creators, but they want to know why are we investing so much time in different things. News is news. News is news. I think TikTok is a great platform to bring different awareness situations to. TikTok is like CNN. You get over here, you can see boxes full, talking politics on one side of TikTok, sports on this side.
Yes.
What is wrong with having a platform and it's solely based off of awareness? I think it's good when we bring stories to these platforms that some people have not even heard of. Some people haven't even heard of Miss Williams being a cheer coach and then sleeping with a student. A lot of people don't know the bodies that are buried behind the jail. These platforms are destined and designed for that. What are we getting in boxes for? Why are we sitting on platforms? We're not just here just to sit and say, hey, brother, how was your day today? I feel like those of us that are invested, like I'm in the news. TikTok didn't make me didn't make me go dig for things to talk about. Let me say it like that. All my life I have followed information. I followed the storm. I followed the news. I followed a story. If I pull up on Facebook and it's a story out there, just because everybody stops talking about it doesn't mean Miss Mitra stops talking about it or stop reading about it.
Amen.
So I think what we're doing is good. Wouldn't you want to know if your next door neighbor has slept with a student?
Right. And so just to be clear, that people understand where I'm at. And I've joined a couple of your rooms, right, Ms. Nitra?
Yes.
Okay. And so I've tried to bring out a certain positive vibe, right? Because we can't have unity of thought and unity of purpose until we have leadership. So my issue is, now that we have leadership, and y'all have to go over to Amazon, Google my name, get my social justice series, Stepping Out as a Quiet Leader. I'm putting information in books and letting you guys know what's real, what's coming. So African Messiah versus government scum was a pinnacle for me as a person, as revolutionary, right? And so putting myself in a situation where I can now be attacked. Someone said, how are you the Messiah? And I had to educate that person. I said, the word Messiah means deliverer. And what people need deliverance more than African people globally, right? So I'm ready for whatever comes by putting myself out there in that situation. But here's the deal. What I'm sensing, and not on your platform was pretty legit, but in other platforms, I'm not going to say the names, but They know they are, but other platforms I sat in, it's just individuals not respecting each other or other opposing points of view. The opposing points of view is what makes this country great. So many people with so many different cultures, with so many different trains of thoughts are coming together, going to work together, building businesses together, except our people. I don't know if you sat in a room where people were just couldn't wait till somebody said something and they getting sniped at by somebody, and now we're on their page and, oh, look at you, look at you. What?
Shoot, every room I go in, I'm thinking which rooms I start to travel in. It has just been noticed. Like, I was in a ladies' live last night. See, I'm the type of person, brother. I sit in lives that have meaning. I don't give a damn how many people in the room. I was in a ladies' live at 3 o'clock this morning. I went to bed early, woke up, and she was by herself. And I stopped. And it was probably 2 people in the room. And it ended up probably being just me and her. But something made me stay there.
Okay.
Even though she was playing music, brother, I could see it was something deep. I said, this woman is hurting. I could see it. I said, she's hurting. I'm going to just sit right here and let her know that somebody cares. Whether I know her in real life or not, I'm going to sit here and let her know I care enough to stay in this room with her. Do you know what she finally said later? I lost my mom 6 months ago. That's what she said. I could tell it was a hurt on her. And so I feel as though God had me there for a reason.
Yes.
I lost my mom.
Yes.
So I can relate to the pain that I see. Pain, no pain. Pain don't. All that hurt people, that's a lie. When we see somebody hurt, something about our spirit, the spirit of discernment, should kick in. I knew that woman was hurting. Somebody else probably came through there and looked at her as a fool and said, what this woman here doing? But pay attention to people. So I stayed there with her for 2-3 hours, just downstairs, just commenting and showing her love. I think that the pages that crowd the rooms are the ones that really have no substance.
Okay.
It's okay. They have no substance. Find the rooms that don't have the bigger crowds where you can hear the conversation and you can get a dialogue. People see, the thing is, people don't want to stay in the lives where they looking at the corner and it ain't but 9 or 10 of us in here. But you're getting substance. So I want to be right here. Like, whenever you go live, send me the live. I like to be in spaces of understanding, if that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to understand what we're speaking of. I like conversation. I don't like confusion. The C's people get mixed up. So I'm glad that you're still on. I can catch whatever I can catch. I support you. I'm learning how to podcast. I have not been consistent and faithful in it. So that let you know my heart's not digging in it like it should. But I do want to be, I want to be faithful in it. But I want to be able, one reason why I haven't podcasted, because I want to be able to get a conversation that people can sit and drive in the car and listen to. You know, some conversations, they don't switch the channel on you.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to critique
the
audience and the platform. So I support you, brother.
And you know, I want to say to that, it's that kind of support person to person that's gonna really build the movement. All right. It's that kind of support right there. And so I know for a fact that we have, can you hear me? Am I still here?
Yes,
sir. Okay.
Y'all come up in brother, not gonna be here too much longer. Y'all come up and
So to be clear, when I look at the police reports and the reportings on both those women, what I'm saying about who is worse, like a versus who is hurting the African community worse, I'm saying just to hurt and harm one beautiful African woman like that, to harm her soul. Do you know how much a ripple effect that's going to have on our community, just one. And then for her, like you said, it wasn't even sensationalized. This woman lied and got money and fame and all this stuff. But I got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I got taken advantage of, and nobody cares. How can that not be almost worse? You know what I'm saying? This is, and she's gonna, and to your point about hurt people hurting people. When I brought that comment up on your room, what I was trying to say is to me that saying means there's a cause and effect. Because if a person is hurt, like this woman, Audrianna was hurt this young lady, right? We can't imagine that invasion of privacy. I had myself have dealt with sexual assault before as a kid. You don't know until much later how that affects you. Much later, right? Go ahead.
I will say that last night I went and looked at some of her videos, just looking to see, because sometimes you can look at a person and feel like you're reading inside of them. But I did look and I saw one trip to Jamaica, even her riding a horse, just different things. It's just, I don't know. It's hard with this situation right here to say what I feel about her, because she's constantly playing on our community. I saw her on a boat in Jamaica getting rubbed down by a Jamaican man and then twerking. But when you go over to the comments, it's the comments that got my attention. Like, of course, people can be mean on the internet. In the comments, they can rip you